Hi, my name's Clottey and I'm here with Brothers with No Game presenting So He Says. Ladies, you might want to get your pens and your papers out because you're going to take notes. We're really going to get into the minds of what these guys and you guys really think. My name's Clottey and I'm here with Brothers with No Game presenting So He Says. Of course, I'm joined by a panel of lovely gentlemen. Gentlemen, you will be gentlemen today, I hope. I've got Jimmy, who is the founder of G, Gentleman Encyclopedia of Excellence. I've also got Reuben, who is the co-creator of Individualism, which is an online men's style site. He is also a comic and a presenter. I'm joined by Aaron, who is a presenter and host, very established one at that. And of course, I'm also here with Chris, who is the man behind What He Really Thinks, which is whathereallythinks.co.uk. Okay, I really want to find out what he says, or so he says. We're going to be talking about sex. Yes, sex. Let's get into it, guys. I want to know everything. The ladies want to know everything. The guys don't want you to tell us everything, but lights on, lights off. Reuben, you were about to say something already.
Neither. Flashing.
Flashing lights in the bedroom.
Strobes.
Are you serious?
Like stop motion sex. So you can kind of see her. Well, if it's a her, I don't know what you're playing at, how you're living.
Okay, yeah.
I like to mix it up, man. Strobes even.
Do you guys have strobes in the bedroom? Seriously?
Do you know what?
If I could.
If you could, you would.
Do you know what?
That says some good strobes.
Coming off
Aaron.
of Reuben's point, I can't lie. I went to a spa place and they had this room. What was the room called again? I forget what the room was called. It's a mood room, I think. And because the lights were supposed to reflect different types of moods. And literally there was like a blue, there was green, and they had like music in the background. And yeah, you are actually right.
What music? DMX?
Nah, it was more like soft kind of music actually. Because it wasn't supposed to be a mood for that.
Harmonious.
It's harmonious, but we made the room into that.
Yeah. Actually, jumping back on that,
Yeah.
I think lights on is quite fun. If she asked to turn the lights off, I'd be offended.
Really? Okay. Jimmy, what are you thinking about it?
I agree. Like,
You know what I mean? You better see me.
yeah, I want to see what I'm working with, innit? As a man, we're visual, so I need to see what I'm working with, and not like bright lights on like we've got in here, but maybe, you know, a little, like, not candles, because but maybe
Us ladies like candles. You guys don't like candles?
No,
Really?
no,
Really?
because I'm a health and safety conscious man, so all the way through I'm gonna be thinking we're gonna burn this place down.
Okay, guys,
Hard
Chris,
dick in
you're
a
sitting there
candle.
really quiet thinking about it.
Do you know what? It's the fire hazard issue. I was just thinking. A friend
join me on
I won't join you on anything. It's a conversation about sex. It reminded me of a story that a friend told me where he was seeing this girl. He's trying to set the mood. He's got bubbly going on, and then she says, "Oh, have you got any scented candles?"
We like that.
Apparently so, but he didn't basically understand that. You know those little real small tea lights?
Tea lights, yeah.
He thought it would be really cute to line them around the bed.
Oh,
Yeah, and to cut a long story short, beep, 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 beep. He hears this noise, but it's in the throes of passion.
Okay.
And to cut a long story short, his neighbour burst in on them because they smelt smoke coming from outside. So he was literally butt naked with the girl. His neighbour, sorry, I'm ruining the story. His neighbour was actually a fireman.
Oh wow.
So his neighbour was actually a fireman.
Wow.
So he literally broke down his door because they'd been into it, and he's got music on and all the rest of it. They hadn't heard the beep 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 of the fire alarm. But things weren't alike, but you understand, because of those tea lights, they create so much smoke sometimes.
They do, yeah.
So I think we just got to be careful with the ambience.
Okay, so back to the ambience, right? Music. Do we like to listen to the music while we're in the middle of? Or is it distracting?
Again,
Go ahead,
again, it's offensive. You must hear me. Do you know what I mean?
what do you say?
Does it affect the speed?
You
if
say
you're,
that much? Do you not stop talking?
I'm just live, just screaming.
Is it like garage music? Like, you know when you're driving the car and like if you're listening to garage, you go a little bit faster. If you're listening to slow jams,
I think there's a
like...
time and place, you know, Claire. Like, I think there's a time and place. To be honest, like when I'm trying to do my thing, that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm doing my thing.
Okay, so you don't want R. Kelly
I don't want to
involved in
hear
your thing.
Romeo and Mega Man going back to back.
Okay, yeah.
This is
my
true.
thing. Like, so yeah, I would say no music. But if she wanted music, that's fine, by all means. It's just, what does a lady want? What do you want, Claire?
Okay, we're talking about what he says today, okay? So we're not going there today, right?
Okay, all right.
But I do want to know, I tell you what I do want to know, right? Wax on, wax off.
What?
Bald or hairy?
A little bit of turf on the runway. A
Yeah,
little bit of turf on the runway.
Yeah. Stubbleton.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Level 3.
I like hair still. I like
Hair.
hair. I like hair.
Could I just say that saves so many ladies lots of money? You don't
Because
understand.
I think bald is childish.
Exactly.
Which
and I don't
worries
like
me.
that. I don't
Worries
like
you.
that.
Worries me.
Yeah.
But there are some women that actually prefer it just clean. Man, and I'm like,
Isn't it easier access if you're engaging in different types of sexual practices?
what does that
If
mean?
you're going down,
Fair?
you mean?
Yeah, I'm talking about fellatio. I'm talking about oral sex.
I think if we had to climb through a jungle,
There's nothing worse than
Yeah,
hairs
I-
in the throat and making you cough.
yeah.
Like it's not. It's
I
not.
lose interest,
Okay.
to say the least.
Okay. That's fair enough. Chris.
I think on this panel, several of us are follically challenged, so we'd probably prefer. I agree with you guys. Actually, I think when there's nothing there, it is reminiscent of a child, and nobody wants to, unless you know.
How about pepper grain pom poms?
Pepper grain. He actually said pepper grain
No.
pom-poms. He actually said that.
Ever seen a pepper grain pom pom?
What is a
No.
pepper grain pom-pom?
It's like, you know that one boy in primary school that didn't
Ooh.
comb the back of their hair and there's pepper grains.
Yeah.
Imagine if you took that.
Okay, thank you. I've
Yeah.
learned something new today, ladies.
Well,
I hope
no,
you've learned
answered me.
something new today. Yeah.
I've never experienced.
Please,
it.
guys, if you
Well
have
done.
ever experienced pepper grain pom-pom, I want you to
Comment
let us
below.
know. Comment below, okay?
I was just gonna say though, to be serious, if we're being really serious for a second,
Yeah.
most guys, I think anyway, don't really care if there's a lot or none, because
No,
by
no,
that
no.
time there's too much blood rushing away from our brain to even acknowledge.
And it's also more to do with smell as well. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, we're going
Like,
there.
because there can be hair and there can be no smell, but there can be hair and there can be a lot of smell.
So we
so-
like smell or we don't like smell?
We don't
Don't
like
wanna-
smells.
So we're talking about sexual practices, we're talking about fellatio, oral sex, okay? Are there some types of sex that should be reserved for relationships only?
Kissing.
Huh?
Do you know what? No, I agree.
Okay,
I
Jimmy,
mean,
talk to me.
it's a debate, isn't it?
No,
No,
it's-
it was a joke from me. I
Okay,
don't-
but
you know what I mean?
Jimmy,
agree.
Jimmy's on that.
All right, with kissing now. Kissing is. It's for women, as women have told me, it's more of a connection when you kiss someone rather than sex. There's something more intimate about kissing. So you don't want to give someone that romantic idea if they're not a romantic interest.
Wow, that's quite deep. I don't know if I agree with that. Although I have,
Try it.
although I have.
Reuben's a kisser.
Listen, I've had
Reuben's a
great
kisser.
experiences in my life, and there was a time I was seeing a girl, and we had done what we had to do because we paid for the hotel, and I went to kiss her, and she just like, "What you doing?"
Shock horror.
I was like, I ain't experienced that before. But
Because
it's a
you
bit of a turn. I
overstepping
was
the
like,
relationship
"Whoa."
boundaries.
She's gangster.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay around
Okay.
for a little while longer.
Was that
She
the
held
first-
my,
was that
she
the
held
first
my
time?
face, bro.
Mm.
What was you doing?
Yeah.
She pushed you away.
Pushed my face away.
I don't mean to sound rude. Had you brushed?
I can't remember.
Ooh.
Okay. Was it first thing in the morning?
No.
Okay.
Oh, so I definitely brushed.
You
so it was
definitely
in the
brushed.
evening time.
So it
but my
wasn't-
breath may have been banging.
I think it was.
By that
I think
time,
it was
you
more
know
the
what I
same
mean?
thing because
Jimmy's saying it. Like,
it was a woman who originally said that to me and said to me like,
Yeah, yeah.
"This is," and I was
Was
the
she
same
quite
way.
gangster though?
I was
She
the
must
same
have
way.
been
I was like,
gangster.
"What?"
But men like that.
But then I was like, "Oh, I get it," because
Men like
yeah, 'cause it's that same thing of like if you're just with someone who's just a link, why are you walking on the road holding their hand?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
You
You're
know,
giving them false
coming
impressions.
and coming off the back of what you're saying, Reuben, yeah. I remember there was a girl that I was seeing when I was at uni. And I remember after like we had done what we were doing, 'cause that's what we were there to do.
I love the way you keep saying that's what we were there to
That's
do.
what we were there to do.
Okay.
Like I remember like I might still be lying down on my bed. She was literally getting dressed straight away. And I remember feeling like, what, were you going already? Were you leaving already? Like,
She just
Slightly
used and abused you.
emasculated.
so you wanna
Smash and dash.
talk?
Smash and dash.
And like she was literally just like, well, I'm gonna go. I got uni in the morning or whatever. I've got things to do. I was like, really? Like,
Do you think that girls come from quite a hard past
she just knew what it was.
for her to be wild?
No,
like
she just knew what it was, and we were always cool.
Let's talk about pornography. Okay.
Okay.
Is it a hindrance, or does it help in the bedroom?
I think if you're making it,
Next level things. Okay.
it's a good thing because you can watch back and you can always improve. It's like stand up. It's like performing.
Have you all made porn?
No.
Have you all
No.
recorded yourself in the
Never.
act?
I
Never.
have to be honest. The idea of watching any man that close up naked, including myself, is not a turn on. So I don't even want to give tips to my damn self.
So you're a lights
Fair
off
enough.
guy.
He's a gentleman.
Lights off guy.
I'm more every experience is an experience. You know, we don't
Okay.
need to relive
He's a
that
gentleman.
experience.
So
We
you
can
wouldn't be up for
talk.
experiencing it once.
I wouldn't be up for experiencing it once.
Clear?
This is what he says. Okay, the ladies want to
The,
learn,
the,
so-
the problem I think with pornography is that it's a false representation of sex. Anyway, it's like meeting a girl in a club. That's not meeting a girl. That's not meeting a real girl. That's meeting some girl in a club. Pornography.
She's
is,
still a real girl. Hopefully, by the time
well, that's not meeting a girl potentially
Depends
that
where you are in the
you will
world.
really know and engage with. Just like pornography, it's not real sex that you're gonna know and engage with unless you're really getting.
Some wild.
Yeah, I mean, I have mixed views on film.
Yeah, it's
Jimmy,
talk
it's
for
Jimmy,
ages
talk
on
to me, Jimmy.
It's different people though, isn't it? It's like I've had experiences where I've been with someone and we've sat down, we've watched porn, and it's been great, and it's been like our mixtape in the background. But then you're with people who are quite who aren't open
Hold on,
about
take notes.
pornography
Carry on.
as they think they are. So they have a certain specific type of pornography that they want to watch. So you're sat there waiting for ages, trying to find the right clip and whatever, rather than just put something on and it be for background. It's just for ambience. It's just there, and it can ruin the mood. And yeah, you might get a situation of, say for instance, if you're with a light-skinned girl and you put on some dark-skinned chicks in the porn and you're like,
You know a
and,
lot of categories,
and
dude.
They,
Wow.
they might look at you and go, so what is that what you're into? Now we're having a conversation and we're no longer having sex. Because sex is now off the cards, because you just show, because you just basically just shown her that she's not your type.
I mean, you can learn a lot from porn.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've learned a fair bit.
Do you sit there taking notes, or do you just think, oh, I'm enjoying that?
Mental notes.
Okay.
But then there was a time where I was thinking, shall I screenshot a couple of these moves?
Wow. Okay.
ask.
Yeah. So.
And then try them out.
Okay.
And I learned probably 2 of my favourite moves, quite acrobatic moves from pornography. But
Froggy style.
back to what
Froggy
my man here's saying.
Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah. I think you need to be careful because porn can also distort the reality of what you're trying to do. And me personally, I'm going to put it out and I'm going to confess, my pornography collection was extensive. I'm talking about external hard drive full of just porn.
Wow.
Wow.
And so recently,
terabyte.
over the last couple of years, 250 GB.
It's a lot of porn, man.
Yeah. And recently, what I've done is I've deleted everything. I don't necessarily maybe because streaming's easier, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
This is what you are thinking.
You know, saying that it was distorting your view in terms of like pain thresholds as well, because those women
yeah,
look like they can take
you
some
can't
real,
do all
they
the
can.
things. Sometimes I've come into situations, I've come in too powerfully. Like this is not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
of
like,
course.
Yeah,
Powerful.
like and like
Powerful is a strong
I've had
word.
like running, and you're thinking, why are you running from? Stay
Yeah,
here. Do you know what I mean?
Doors locked.
So yeah.
Wow. You can't go nowhere.
But what I'm saying is to bring it to a conclusion.
I need some water.
I think porn could be good, but I would never use it before sex. I would never put it on during sex. A lot of girls do not like porn. But if you want to watch porn by yourself, Jimmy, I don't know how Jimmy knows.
Do you think, and this is a yes/no question, do you think the majority of women like porn? This is yes/no.
Majority of women that I've asked do not like porn.
Do you not like porn?
Jimmy
You
knows.
think women?
Yes, they do.
Jimmy, they don't.
Right, invite me out.
Definitely.
Okay, but men, what do you think? Do you, in terms of not what do you think, but do you like porn? Yes or no?
No, not anymore.
You had a terabyte worth of porn. Why are
Just
you
no.
asking him?
Now, because you're reformed.
I'm cultured.
Porn wise.
Yeah.
Jimmy, do you like porn?
Yes.
And Reuben?
I don't dislike porn.
He doesn't dislike porn. Okay, if a lady is better in the bedroom, yeah, or really good in the bedroom, what goes through your mind?
I think, funny enough, on whahereallythinks.co.uk we talked about this.
Okay.
It's good that
Good
we
plug.
can further the conversation. The first thing that I, when I asked some other guys about this, was that they would be worried about their performance if they were going to be really, really honest. Because if she's very experienced, the question is, number one, how did she get that experience? Number two, can I actually live up to this level of expertise. Most men, we got big egos, so we're like, yeah, I'm good. But if he really likes her, sometimes he's going to be thinking to himself, am I measuring up? Not just physically, but I guess strength-wise and lasting-wise, and is she pleased, blah, blah, blah.
So then you think men are, if she's really good in the bedroom, you suddenly start to go into self-reflective mode?
Depends on the guy, but yeah, for certainly some
Chris,
dudes. Me personally?
Yes, my dear.
I've never met a woman who's that great in bed.
Easy,
So,
okay.
yeah,
Wow.
Yes.